Nigeria, good news. Banks resume international transactions. So go back to pre-pandemic time, like you would literally not have to buy USD, buy PTA to travel. Like your card works. Like your card would work, you would be so fine. But all of a sudden it started slowing down, they started cramping down. The max you can do is 1K, the max you can do is $100. You can't do it at all. Then I think it came down to 20 for some banks, and then no, you can't use your banks apart from some like specific products that some other banks, some banks actually had like some high-end or high-profile clients that could still use their Naira cards. But for the most part, you couldn't. But what was the real issue? The real issue was that liquidity was low. Banks did not have the liquidity to settle those obligations. So to understand it in simple terms, you have your Naira, you go to the UK and you spend in pounds. For the Nigerian bank to deliver that Naira to the store that you bought from in the UK, they will first convert to dollars, then to pounds, and then settle. Now, if they don't have those dollars, right, what you will find is that settlement becomes an issue. So that's why as liquidity started thinning out, they started reducing the amounts that you could do so that they could control and say, okay, this is the amount of liquidity we have. Let's just spread it across many people, right? So reduce to 1K and then now reduce it to $100 and then reduce it to $20 and then we're like, okay, let's pack this thing up for now. That is literally what happened. So now that banks are coming up, some banks have even started with $20, some have started with 1,000, you know. They've started with their limits. So what are they doing? They are reversing. They are saying that, okay, things are getting better. And you also agree because FX has come down to like 1,530-ish. I mean, 2 weeks ago, it was 1,595. And it's coming down quietly. Why? Because it's obvious that things are getting better. We're not entirely where we should be, but things are getting better, or things are at least stabilizing. Right? I see a comment here. So yes, that's very true. Thanks for contributing, Hillary. So what am I saying here? Things are getting better. Things are actually getting better on the economic front. It might not be where we want to be. There's a very slim chance that prices will go back to 2022 levels. Because there was like a massive movement in 2023 in prices. Inflation just like skyrocketed, right? But it's slim that will go back to those price levels. However, at the minimum, let's have some stability. Let's have some stability, right? And I think that's the game, right? That's the aim right now. So the banks are reversing. It's not just a tech switch, like they switch